We have 1 hour session and it's a really huge topic, standard costing in SAP, but I'll still cover it uh, in a way that you can get value out of this session. I kept it 1 hour so that it does not encroach much into your time. But within 1 hour, we'll try to cover quite a lot. Most of you know me, but those who don't know me, I work in these areas. I practice in these areas: valuation, um, modeling, analytics, and SAP FICO consulting and training. I have done over 50 plus, for valuation for startups in different technologies, uh, and I've done um, profitability analysis and product costing model for a large number of manufacturing companies, and I've trained 2 batches for ICMI, and I've been conducting several webinars. Almost, I think, 500 plus people have attended. But and I worked in corporate from 91 to 2016. Worked with companies like General Mills, IBM, Colgate. Um, Worked in finance, SAP, and data analytics area. I also had opportunity to work with global teams. SAP, in fact, uh, was a great value add to my career. It provided me a lot of opportunities, uh, gave me a global passport, and I could go in any country and I can work. Uh, I've I've worked in a couple of countries and also been to many countries for projects and work related meetings. Uh, that I think is a big advantage if you are pivoting your career from domain to SAP. Uh, One, it gives you a global kind of reach. Second, it gives you deep insight into the business processes and industries. Uh, Third, it makes you techno-functional kind of resource. That kind of resource is in really good demand now. It's a good value add if you're a chartered accountant or a cost accountant. SAP has dedicated modules for FI and CO. Uh, Most of the CAs can work in FI and CMAs can work in controlling. Okay, so that was very quick. Just don't want to take much time on that. But we are going to cover up, almost everything on the standard costing. I'm not going to go beyond that because of the time constraint, but yeah, we'll cover quite a lot on standard costing. So, what is standard costing fundamentally? Uh, it is used for determination of cost of product or rendering services, but what is very important that it is done before the goods are sold or services rendered. When you do after the transaction is over, period is over, then it's an actual costing that you do, you know, after the month end process is over. But this is standard costing that you do it, keep it ready in your system. The moment there's a delivery that happens, SAP books is COGS, cost of goods sold, and this is how you can get a real-time profitability reporting in SAP. So it determines the profit. If you are running if you have implemented COPA, you should be able to get your profitability by customer, by product, by region, by country, or by SBUs. Valuation of inventories, legal valuation as per the accounting standards. Cost controlling, because you have set up a standard, you can calculate variances and figure out what is not working where. Is the metal price going up, or there is inefficiency in production, or labor cost has gone up? So there's a lot of ways you can do cost controlling, and that is, I think, very important now in the COVID times. And then profitability forecasting and analysis, because you know your cost uh, before the actual transaction happens, you are able to forecast your profitability and do analysis. And pricing, again, pricing requires a lot of inputs on cost before the actual transaction. For example, if you are launching a product, you need to price it before even consumer buys it, or you are uh, filling up a tender, for which is launched by government, for certain projects. Again, you have to do this standard costing. So costing methodology, basically two. One is moving average price (MAP) and standard price. So moving price, as you have learned in textbook, it changes with every receipt of material. Whereas standard price does not change with receipts of material because you have determined it in advance. Uh, Price variances are posted to price difference account, not affecting the standard price. Usually calculated at the beginning of each year or each month, depending upon the frequency that you fix. In SAP, MAP is indicated by price control indicator, and I'll show you it is there in the Metal Master as V, and standard price is indicated by S. It is very important that the management takes a decision on how you want to evaluate your material, because you should not be changing it again and again. It doesn't, even if it it is possible to do with some difficulty, but it is not suggested that you change again and again. Decision method of evaluating metal is taken the time of creating or extending the metal master. Finished goods are evaluated with standard price, while RMPM may be MAP or standard price. Um, there are two scenarios in manufacturing. One is make to order and make to stock. Now, in the most simplest way, make to order is like, um, you go to a tailor with a piece of cloth and tell him to stitch your suit for you. So that is make to order. Then he will take out his tape, measure you, and deliver, a suit for you. Make to stock is, you walk into a showroom, maybe Louis Philippi, and buy it directly. You pay and buy it from the shelf. Uh, Both are slightly different in terms of processes. In this, I'm going to cover make to stock scenario, uh, and not make to order, though it's not a big difference, but I just want to get it cleared. Yeah, make to order is always triggered based on the sales order. So based on the sales order received, the production starts, whereas make to stock is based on the material requirements planning that is done based on the sales forecast. Uh, when you think of costing in SAP, there are a lot of terms that you will come across. These are the basic kind of costing that you will come across, and there may be few more that I may have not included. Standard costing that we are going to cover, there's a target costing, life cycle costing that covers the entire life of a product, joint product, byproduct, mixed costing, batch costing, activity-based costing, split valuation, with quantity, without quantity, simulation costing. There may be few more I have not added, but there's a lot of ways SAP provides you to cost your product. To understand the standard costing, I'm just trying to draw out a similarity between plant and kitchen. And I'll take that example. And in this COVID times, many of you were at home and would have had good exposure to the kitchen and can understand this better. So this is your kitchen. Um Actually, the bottom part is not coming. I need to hide this. Okay. So if you enter your kitchen, you'll see there's an area for heating. There's area for cooling. Then there are other kind of heating equipment, microwaves and other oven. There is an area for washing. Okay, so in a manufacturing plant, it is a similar kind of setup. So in your kitchen, you have raw materials, that are stored in small bottles, and that are cleaned before cooking, and then there's a process that goes on. There's a vegetable that are chopped, and then they are heated, and the food is prepared. There's also refrigeration. You store milk and other stuff in the refrigerator. So in the plant also there are areas where the processing takes place. Okay, so you can call them as work center. For example, this area you can call it work center one, work center for heating. This is a washing. Then you got refrigeration work area, work center. Okay, so a plant can have multiple work centers. Work center is a place where a work is accomplished. A part of the work to convert raw material into finished product is accomplished. That's a work center. If you consider kitchen as a plant, then you have all these work center in the kitchen. Okay, so think of a situation where you have guests at home are coming to your home, and now you have to estimate how much will be the cost if you have to make it at home versus you buy it from outside. So you list down all the ingredients that are needed: milk, sugar, miscellaneous item. This is just a hypothetical example. Don't try to say it. No, why will you need 10 liters for 100 pieces? But I'm just giving an example. So you need, and then these are rates. So the total is 400. And then there will be activities. You'll have to do heating, refrigeration, washing, storage. You'll be heating for 2 hours, refrigeration for 1 hour, washing. So each of this has a cost, and the total is 115. The 5% is on the material, so that comes to 20 rupees. So that's a overhead, and you have an estimated cost of 515 rupees. Okay, and the per unit cost is 5 rupees 15 paisa. Good. Now you at least have something to compare with, outside. Uh, how much will it cost if you have to buy from outside? Uh, Now in SAP, how does all this come, relate to? So the Rasgulla of 100 pieces, this 100 piece is the costing lot because it's a one lot that you are preparing. Every product is made in some lot size. A minimum size is always needed. That is the costing lot. Uh, the Rasgulla is finished goods or FERT. That's a short name for finished goods in SAP. And the ingredients, these are raw material or ROH. Uh, the heating, refrigeration, washing is activities. Storage is an overhead. And these are nothing new. As a cost accountant, as an accountant, you all know most of the terms. Costing lot could be a new one for you. Now, all the ingredient along with the quantity is part of bill of material, BOM, which is normally the case. And then the activities are part of routing. The overheads is calculated using something called costing sheet. So where we can define what is the base. For example, the base is material cost, and what percentage you want to charge. You want to calculate overhead, so that you can define the percentage and simply calculate the overhead. This is and there are many ways you can do. You can also do based on quantity or space or some other ways. So all this together is called cost component. Okay, and the estimate that we made is the standard cost. Okay, so what are the components that you need for standard costing in SAP? First is material master. You need to have material master for all the kind of material, finished goods, raw material, packing material. There are few important settings that will look at it, like price control, costing indicator, then bill of material assembly item with quantity and base quantity. So you have a routings, cost center and cost elements. Uh, Based on the cost centers planning, you will do the activity price calculation. And then the T codes, there are two important T codes in SAP CK30N if you have to calculate cost of an individual product. CK40N if you want to do a mass calculation. Usually you do one or two using CK39, and if you are getting good result, you run the costing run. So that will cost material in your entire controlling area across all the plants. And then the configuration part, you have a costing sheet, costing variant, which is very important, and that is at the heart of product costing. It defines a lot of parameters that are considered for costing. And then, of course, you require a plant to be created, warehouses to be created, production version, etc. So, lot of so just looking at it, you'll be just get overwhelmed with so much of things that involve. And right now, I'm just talking about actual costing. I'm still not talking about so many other costing that I had shown in other slides. It will all require, a lot of settings. There is also a large number of scenarios. For example, scenario for subcontracting that requires different settings as well. So it is pretty, uh, you know, uh, extensive in SAP. If you do product costing, it requires a lot of experience, iterations, knowledge to do product costing. Just becoming a cost accountant and you think that you can run a standard costing in SAP, you may not be able to do that. I hope this understanding would have gone that you will need to learn SAP if you want to really do product costing in SAP. Okay, so this chart actually lays down the entire process that goes into uh, the calculation of standard cost. So uh, the outcome is COGS, which goes into your profitability analysis. Uh, you are doing this for one plant right now. You can do it for multiple plant, and it will require you to have similar kind of work for other plants. If you got 10 plant, you are going to have similar objects to be ready for all the 10 plants. The entire um, design is controlled by costing variant. That is at the heart, and it is a configuration piece. Most of the one which is inside the box, except costing sheet, are master records. So there is a metal master for RMPM, which has the price. You can set up a standard price, or it can be a MAP. Then the bill of material for finished goods, as I had shown earlier, has the RMPM quantity. And then you have got again the metal master for finished goods. Then you have got routing. So, like I said, work center is where all the activities happen, and routing captures the activities. Right? So, routings and work centers are related, and work centers and cost center are related because cost centers have cost for the activity, and based on that cost, we calculate the activity rate because we can define the capacity in the cost center for the work center and determine the rate. And then you have the costing sheet, the base on which you want to calculate the overhead and the overhead rate. Now, then it becomes once that all is determined, then it becomes a simple multiplication. You determine the raw material and packing material amount by multiplying the quantity from the bill of material and price from the metal master. Uh, and then you get the cost component, and the cost element transfers the cost to the cost component. Similarly, is for activity. You get rate from the cost center, you get activity from the routings. SAP will multiply it, uh, and then activity price gets calculated. Similarly, for costing sheet, you get overhead calculated. And this is the way, and this is, I put it in a very simplistic way so as to help all of you understand. This is how internally, when you run a costing transaction like CK39 or CK40N, this is what happens behind the scene. SAP will look for metal master, bill of material, uh, routings, the activity rates, and all this, and do these calculations. You don't have to do anything else, uh, but you have to set it up and run the transaction. Price calculation, RMPM prices are based on market forecast or historical averages. Uh, some of the industries like metal industry, price fluctuates quite a lot. So this needs to be done quite on a regular basis. These are entered in the planned price field of Metal Master. Uh, and then price control is mostly V, but it can also be S, depending upon how you are designing your system, and also whether you are implementing ML or not. And there are certain dependency scenario which makes it dependent, that you need to have your material to be identified as S. Activity prices involves cost centers and activity dependent planning. So how is activity price calculated? So let's say you have got three plants, Baroda, Pune, and Mumbai, and each of them are manufacturing product. You have got cost centers for defined. Now, each of these cost center will have to calculate the capacity, machine hour, and the planned machine hour. The fixed cost is divided by the capacity, uh, and variable machine cost is defined by is divided by the plan. Both are added together to arrive at the machine activity price. Now you can also do it differently, not necessary, but normally this is the way it is done. There are SE provides other ways also to calculate the activity price that can also be adapted. Uh, so Metal Master key settings, uh, and then bill of material. I will listed down various settings that you will need, and what I'll do is it is better that I talk. I'll show it in SAP rather than talk theory, because you'll it is always good that you see something on the screen. And then configurations. Like I said, costing variant is one very important configuration, and I will also show you that. Uh, the last slide, valuation. Once standard cost is released, all finished goods currently in stock are reevaluated, which means the difference between the previous standard price and the current standard price is posted as a variance. As a price valuation, stock price valuation. Difference between old value and the new gets posted to FI using procedures in OBYC, and finished goods stock is reflected at current standard price. I'll show you that there are three standard price that are maintained by SAP. One is the previous, second is the current, and third is the future. And uh, now let's go to SAP. Anyone who wants to see the previous recorded SAP webinar can click on this link. I'll send you this slide, and you can do it. It will take you into the recorded webinars. Okay. So now you are sitting before a system and you want to figure out which material should you see and how do you see, how do you find out which material you should look at, uh, because you don't know, for example, which one is the finished goods, and whether the standard cost is available or not for that finished goods. So I'll show you a way to do. So I know that this company code has data, uh, because I have done some run earlier, uh, and I'm taking some period here. Okay. So now we get P&L and balance sheet for this company. I'll come to an account called cost of goods sold. Okay, this is the account. I'll tell you why I'm picking up this account. If you remember, I have in the previous webinars I said that when goods are delivered, cost of goods sold is debited and credit is to the finished goods account. And this debit credit happens with the standard cost. Okay, so let me run this. So I come to this account sold. Now I click on this first entry and I get a display of the ledger for the first period, okay, which is January. It shows me several entries. These are all debit because there is no minus sign here. So it is the cost of goods sold is debited. So this is that account. And I want to see the display of this entry. Uh, Now you know that if I hit this button, it will show me the journal. So here is the entry cost of goods sold and finished goods inventory. Now this entry will be passed only for finished goods. So now we know that, yeah, we have finished goods, uh, and this is the must have been done at a standard cost. So I'll go to the environment, go to the original document. So I get to the metal document. Okay. So metal document uh, is generated when the delivery is happening. Okay. So now you see this is the product, pump precision 102. If I click on this product, I come to the metal master. So it is a pretty good way of figuring out if you don't know about a material. So now there are these four master which are very important: accounting 1, 2, costing 1 and 2. So it defines the material. Here is the valuation class. So valuation class will link all the postings for this material to a GL account. The price control is S, which means this is a standard price, and so standard price is maintained here. Okay. If you go to accounting 2, it's okay. This they are not using this field. There is other with quantity structure is selected, so SAP can sorry. So SAP can look at the previous run and get the details from there to bring up the cost much faster. Profit center is defined for this material, so this material belongs to this 1010 profit center. And costing to, as I said, SAP maintains 3 standard cost. Previous one was same as the current one. Future one is still not maintained because there is a process of mark and release to be done, which seems to have not happened. So now we click on the current one, and it takes you to this screen, uh, which is the cost estimate with quantity structure for the pump precision. Okay, now everything that I had shown in the PowerPoint and talked about it is here. Okay, so you have got material, you have a plant. Okay, so you are valuing for this plant and this material. Now there is this costing variant, costing version, costing lot size that I talked about. So this cost is valid for 10 pieces. Uh, it, the dates are here, costing date from and to, uh, and the valuation date is 1st January 2013. So uh, the material was valuated on 1st January. Then you got bill of material data and routing data. So the currency is euro. There is a costing sheet COGS. Overhead key is SAP 10, and then the history part and the cost. So cost of goods manufactured is 5744. Uh, you have got selling and administration cost, that gives you a total cost of 6740. Okay, now if you look at this part, there's this category item. So M stands for material. So all these are material. So they are like ingredients that are required to manufacture pump precision 102. Now what is X? If you click here, X is process cost ABC. And what is G? G is overhead. Okay, and the value in the quantity. Okay, so quantity multiplied by rate has given this value for 10 pieces. Now on the left hand side, if you see, you got this material, right? Casing 102, then flywheel, all these which are also given here. I think metal code would be given here. Yeah, see the metal code is given here. 100, 200, 200, 300. So you get the names of metal here. Now why casing 102 has got further materials? Because this is a assembly or it is a semi-finished product. So flywheel is made using slug, casing is made using slug, flat gasket, hexagon, and then hollow shaft is made using slug for shaft. Then there's so after which the assembly happens for pump precision using all this parent part. Okay, and then you also have few other material that is added later on, which has this code 600, 700, and 130. This one. Okay.
Hello.
Now let us.
Sorry. Hello, sir.
Yeah,
Deepak here.
you're asking me
Sorry to
something.
interrupt.
Yeah, Deepak, tell
Yes,
me.
sir. Sorry to interrupt, sir. I just wanted to know, can we have this costing structure in next to resources?
Costing structure in
Next to resources.
next to resources like this
Hmm.
one. See,
Huh.
there are layout available here. I have not gone
Okay,
into
okay,
it, so you can
okay,
choose different layout. Okay,
okay, sir. Okay.
I don't want to disturb because this is the best way layout I feel to learn. Once you
Okay.
learn, then you can the moment I change this layout now, it will make it difficult to learn. So I have not got into this, and I am only telling those things which will at least help you grasp things. Once you grasp it, you can play with this functionality. You can play with like graphics. You can layout. There are many layouts. You
Yes,
can
sir. Yes, sir.
also.
Got it, sir. Got it.
Yeah.
Got it.
And if it is the layout is not there, then layout can also be created. It is not big deal. That can also be done. If say you have a separate requirement, then a new layout can be also made. Okay. So
Okay.
now you see the bill of material and routing. So we had looked at the materials master settings. Now let us go into the bill of material. Okay, so this is the material and plant. And these are the component. As I have said in my presentation, you have got material, you have got quantity. These are the two most important thing in bill of material, and the third most important thing is the definition whether it's an assembly or whether it's a direct material. Okay, so assembly means that it's like a semi-finished good, so it is made in some other process, and then it has come in this process for assembly. Uh, so it's like a
You can say
parent
bought
part, you
out
can
part.
say. Not truly bought out part. Bought out part can even be this sheet metal, but these are manufactured internally. This is the final stage where it has come. You may have, so if you have seen the automotive line, production line, they have got a place where engine is made. Then there is a place where you have got steering wheel being made. Okay, and similarly, these are the parent part that are made, and in the final assembly, all these parts are brought together and they're assembled. This pump is also a product which is assembled. Okay, it requires, for example, a motor, but motor will have 10 different parts. So there will be a separate place where a motor will be first assembled. Okay, and then there are other parts that will brought to the assembly, uh, like the shaft and all other, and it will be assembled. So this is like the final place where the pump precision is being made. So it is not a bought out part; it is assembled in house. A bought out part will be shown separately. Okay, so these are the few important settings in bill of material besides some dates and those things, but uh, and whether it is piece or liter or that unit. Then coming to routing. So routing, like I said, will have the operations. So you see, this is an operation. So now it goes into further detail. It says the work center, uh, and then it will require setup time, machine time, labor time. You can define all this. Please remember that all this is not handled by FICO person. It is handled by someone from the production planning. Uh, Someone from FICO who is doing product costing, he'll be coordinating with a lot of resources in the organization to get all this data ready. Similarly, if you click on this, you get work center and this activities. So when you go into a work center, um, it has got a lot of different uh, settings. Uh, it, there is a place where it defines the capacity of the work center, and then the costing part where it will define what are the activities that are happening in this work center. It also has a controlling area and a cost center. These are very important information for us because now we know that cost center 1320 is linked with cost center. The kitchen example that I had given. So 4230 is a kitchen and 1320 is place where the activities are happening. So a cost center may have a couple of work centers uh, in them. Uh, Costing variant. Let me see if it goes from here. Yeah, it is going. So this is the costing variant. Uh, you got different tabs, control, which will have define the costing type. So there are different costing type you can define, and each of them requires you a lot of time to learn also. And then the valuation variant, planned valuation, or what kind of, and then debt control, what kind of control you want to have, the quantity structure. Then the lot size is additive cost. If you want to add some flat cost on top of whatever cost is calculated by SAP, then you can use this feature. Updates, assignments. So there's a cost component structure. Okay, so it's talked about cost component, then the costing version. So there are a lot of these settings which are part of configuration, which determines or helps in determining the cost. On the screen, if you see here, there is a status released without errors. There can also be different, status depending upon how SAP finds um, the calculation. So SAP does a lot of checks. If I run product cost run for the first time, it almost all of them may end up in error. So because of some configuration or issue with bill of metal data, routing data, metal master data, cost center activity, any of this data can, or the overheads, any of this can cause error or warning message. So, you look at, for process this much, no structure could be determined, and BOM item 0090 deleted due to invalid item category D. So SAP will give you all these details, and you have to figure out. So right now this message is clear. SAP, when it has given the message, it did not find any reason to stop from processing. But if SAP feels that the error will not allow it to calculate the cost correctly, it will uh, it will not release the cost, okay, till the time you correct it. Okay, now what else is left here? Valuation is the currency in which you are valuing the costing sheet. So costing sheet has design, it has a base, and then it has an overhead rate. Okay, so it defines the base. Base is this. These are the cost element that are from the base. If it can. Okay, and then defines an overhead rate. Uh, there are many overhead keys that are defined, which will be used in different products. So SAP will then, based on the key, it will identify the percentage and apply it, and then it will also give a credit uh, to. So this is the credit that it is giving, because if it is a cost center, So it has to give a credit to this cost center, and the debit will go into the product. Okay, so that is the overhead. This is the costing sheet. Costing sheet is used mainly for your warehouse expenses kind of thing, where you have to calculate it either per kg basis or as a percentage of material. Okay, so this is how do I get out of this now? Okay, so what we'll do is we will do a small run and see uh, what happens. So I'll do a CK39 first. It is the same material I am taking, P102 1000. Costing variant is PPC1. Costing version is 1. Let me see what happens. Okay, so it has calculated the cost. What is the date it has taken? $5744.54, which is the same here. Okay, but let me try. Okay, no changes have happened in the material in between period, so it is giving the same cost. So this is how you can run for a single material. Okay, rest all explanation is same as I've already given. Now if you have to run the CK40N, let us see what SAP does. As you know, this is like a sandbox, a training system. A lot of changes keeps happening, and people they delete the data or change the data. Not necessarily what has worked earlier will also work. Quantities cannot be converted for the material GA60P, so it is giving an error. The quantity or quantities could not be converted from one unit of measure to another because the specified alternative unit of measure cannot be converted to the base unit of measure. So something wrong has happened with the base of measure, and it's such that SAP will not go further. Let me do something. Okay, so this is the execution that happened earlier. So you see the reason why SAP had given a warning here was it could not find a varied production version. Okay, in metal P103 in plant 1000. So this, if you want to clear this log, then you have to fix that error. But status is green because SAP still allowed it to go further. Now in this case, there are multiple steps involved because it's a very automated process. So if you look at the selection, you can give any range of material. And then you can also define planning date is in the past, cost estimate cannot be saved. Yeah. So you can also define a plant range. So you can do costing for all the plants in your company in one go. You and usually that is the way it has to be done because there's a lot of relationship between different plants. For example, one plant is manufacturing an ingredient that goes to the other plant, and so plant X makes an ingredient that goes to plant Y, and plant Y makes the finished goods. Okay, so when you do this costing run, in the Metal Master, it is defined that the plant Y is receiving metal from plant X, and so the cost that is done in plant X is transferred to plant Y. Okay, so in that's the way SAP will transfer the cost and get and calculate the product cost at plant Y. So there is a structured explosion that happens where it will look at the bill of material, routing, and other quantitative structure, and after which the costing is done. And then the analysis. So you can uh, look at the report, analyze whether the cost is right or not. If it is not right, and you think that the bill of material or routing has not been right, then you can fix it. So this is a complete list of all the products that were costed with that costing run. So you look at, there are large number of products, uh, total stock, value material, and costing results. Okay, so SAP will also provide anticipated revaluation if that revaluation is happening. But in this case, we had seen that previous price and the current price are same, so there was no devaluation happening. Any of them, I think you can click and you will go to the cost estimates, and you can look at the BOM routing and analyze it further. So this is all from my side on the standard costing. It is a topic that is complex, takes a lot of time to learn, but it is very interesting, especially for CMAs who have such a strong domain experience. I always say that SAP, learning SAP is a great value add for CMAs because this kind of complexities can only be handled by them. So, any questions that you have, we have another 4-5 minutes. I can answer them.
Hello, sir.
Yes, Deepak, tell me.
Sir, how can we get a report of standard costing versus actual costing?
Yeah, so first is that what we have done is standard costing, right? You have to also
Mm-hmm.
do actual costing. Actual costing is possible only if you have a metal ledger implemented. In metal ledger, there are, you have to select actual costing option.
Mm-hmm.
If you have selected the actual costing, then when you do the run at the end of the month, SAP will calculate the actual raw material price, packing material price, activity price, and calculate the actual cost.
Mm-hmm.
Now, for the reporting side, there are SAP has certain reports where you can find, but if you feel that those reports are not enough, you can develop it. The data is there, uh, but yeah, from a report perspective, I have seen that many of the SAP reports don't meet requirement. It is from a analysis perspective, but sometimes there are user specific requirement. For that, you have to
Mm-hmm.
develop reports. But
Okay.
data is all available. But then you have to implement all this
Mm-hmm.
metal ledger with actual costing. Then only you will get it.
Okay.
Hello.
Yes,
Ah, sir, I have one question.
yes, sir.
That want to ask question.
Hello, I have
Yeah,
one
Harsh.
question.
Yes, go ahead.
I have one question, sir. What
Yes,
is
yes.
the standard costing versus actual costing? Variance analysis can be done.
Okay, so variance analysis can anyway be done in standard costing also. What happens is we have still not covered the actual production that happens on the shop floor, where the production orders are used. So where the raw materials, packing metal are issued and the activity is consumed. Okay, so SAP does a comparison of actual price and the standard. At the month end, there is a step of calculating variances and posting those variances or settling, called settlement. Okay, so those variances are then posted into GL. So that can be done even when metal ledger is not implemented.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah.
Hello.
But the only thing that you have to keep in mind that the variances that are posted into GL are the period cost, which means that the material at the end of the month is not reevaluated. Okay, but when you have a material
Sir,
ledger,
Sir,
then
any
materials at the end of the month is reevaluated.
sir, in any plant there will be number of products, and
Yes.
if you want to develop a standard
Solar.
plant efficiency report covering those products at one place in standard dashboard, how can we develop through this in SAP stating that this was the cost, actual cost, this is a standard cost, these are the variances on account of rate and quantities.
Yeah. So SAP has data for variances. So there are 6 or 7 different kind of variances that SAP calculate for each of the product that is manufactured. So you can get the detail by each and every production order, by each and every product, by each and every plant. Now, if you are implementing actual costing, then at the end of the month, what SAP does is that it will take the actual cost for raw material, packing material, and activity, and reevaluate the inventory. Okay. If you have a dashboard, then it should be able to provide you the standard cost, variances, and the actual cost.
So, sir, for if you implemented this material ledger,
Yes.
from where the actual rate will be computed for dashboard, say actual rate of consumption.
So actual, see what happens is that when you calculate the standard cost, maybe say 3 months back, you had planned some price. Okay. And then the actual movement of metal happened and you have a MAP getting calculated, right? For raw material. Now, when you are doing the settlement, when you are doing the settlement production order, SAP determines the difference between standard cost and the moving average price and calculates a variance.
Yes, sir. I think all the details are available and calculated in SAP backend. But
Right.
to present to management in a
Mm.
simple term, say we are in a plant, if we manufacture 10 or 12 major products, and what is the efficiency of each and every plant uh, and summarize it at one place. Uh,
Right.
uh, Say this was a standard cost which was expected
Right.
beginning, and this is the actual, and this is the
Yes.
variance on the quantity and on the rate part, sir.
Right.
That type of report, if we can directly fetch from SAP, that is more visible and say authentic for management instead
Yeah.
of calculating on SAP
So
or from
which
Excel.
is the system that you have implemented? Is it S4 HANA?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So
Solutions are
it depends upon SAP standard report. There are certain standard reports. You can check whether it serves your purpose. If it doesn't serve your purpose, then SAP has analytics in S4 HANA. You can see if you can build reports out of it. So you may have to perhaps engage a consultant if the standard reports are not available, who can build a report. Data is available, so building a report is not difficult. It's part.
Sir, one question from my side. In standard cost, RM price considered is moving average price. for decision making, we need a latest PO price. It can be possible in SAP.
It's not the PO price, but the price at which uh,
Future price.
yeah, correct. So so raw material can be taken at a standard price, or it can also be taken at a moving average price. So if you are taking at a moving average price, uh, and for standard cost purpose you had taken a benchmark price, then the difference is a variance. Okay, but if you have defined V as an indicator in raw material, then the variance gets posted in the production order. Okay, I don't think the comparison with purchase order is only possible if you upload that price, bring that price in a plant price field. There is in the costing one view there were plant price fields. So if you
Okay.
can bring that, and then only you can compare. Otherwise,
What happened? What happened? Moving average price is weighted average price in SAP.
yes,
And sometimes what happens? Some price increase or decrease in happen during the month. And due to the weighted average, suppose we are giving report, these are our RM price, then something report is something wrong showing. Therefore,
yeah,
anything we can do for some information from page from info record or something, it is
yeah.
possible.
Yes, there are info records that you can use. Uh,
Uh,
it needs to be explored. I cannot directly, but yeah, there are a lot of possibilities in SAP.
okay,
Someone has to sit down and see whether it is working.
okay, okay.
So,
But it is
see,
possible.
again, I'm telling you that, yeah, purchase order data is there. You have to bring it into the Metal Master to give a comparison between MAP and the purchase order price.
Okay, sir, okay. Thank you.
Okay, so if there are no other questions, thanks a lot for taking out your time to attend this webinar. Even tomorrow in the morning, we have another webinar which is organized by WIRC, where I'm going to talk about product costing and profitability analysis. Um, do attend that if you are interested. It is
Yes, sir.
from 10 to 12.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah,
Yes,
So that
thank you,
will
sir.
include,
Thank you, sir.
sir, that
yeah.
will include settlement orders and all others.
Not the settlement part, but it will include profitability analysis,
Okay.
COPA.
Hello, sir. Hello.
Yeah, hello.
Trivedi here. So I
Yeah.
want to know whether tomorrow's webinar will have I want to know about this taxation part on material side. So will this be covered in tomorrow's webinar?
Can you repeat again?
So
Taxation part.
taxation part, basically what happens that certain goods or material which you are procuring has some duty benefits, right?
Right.
Some material are exempted, some has a duty which is not sanitable. So how to capture this? How can we know that what which are the goods that are exempted, which are that has not been sanitable?
Yeah.
So,
So
will this be covered in tomorrow's webinar?
no, because this is part of and purchasing side, which I'm not going to cover tomorrow. Tomorrow will be more explanation on the standard costing side, metal ledger, profitability analysis. What you are talking about has to do with the purchasing side, because when you are purchasing at that time, classification has to be done for the material for sanitable, non-sanitable, and then the further process will happen in SAP.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, so so tomorrow's session I'm not going to cover that part.
Okay.
Hello,
Okay.
hello.
Yes.
Yeah, one question: whether when the item cost is the same for duty free or duty paid material, because we do exports also, you get duty free materials. Then how do we incorporate actual material cost for domestic purpose, because item code is one.
Okay. You have the same item code,
Yeah.
but one is, but you also have in that item code material which is dutiable or not dutiable.
Yeah. Same item.
Why don't you separate it?
Separation will, it will involve the sort of for every recipe, we'll have to have a separate formulation when you use when duty raw material, whenever you are using duty paid material, separate recipes have to be used.
Okay. Actually, in Metal Master, there is a origin tab, origin field. That is used to track this kind of area. Uh, so maybe you can check if that is activated in your case or not. I think origin can help because a material may have multiple origins. So you may be getting, say, metal from Europe or from, say, Africa. Both may cost you different. Okay,
Well,
but it's the same material.
again, since item code is one, the payment rate working which will happen at the end of the month will give you single rate.
Hmm.
And then when it is used for domestic or export purpose, will give a cost which is not the real one.
Yeah, no, I got it because then you will get a mixed cost.
Yeah.
You'll get a mixed cost for both. Yeah, this needs to be explored. I think in Metal Master there is a setting for origin. You can explore that whether that will work in this scenario. Of course, this requires some more thinking
Yeah.
and designing it.
Because
I'm
otherwise,
not in a position to right away
yeah,
give you a solution
yeah.
because there are other settings also that plays a role in your entire process. So I'm sure you would be having some consultants, so you can
Yeah.
check with them. But yeah, defining it to metal is always the best solution. But then in your case, it's a very different thing. Some thought
Difficult.
has to be given to find out a solution to this.
Again, second question is, we use our product is such that we use reusable scrap. You produce scrap and we also reuse the scrap.
Okay, use the same in your production.
Yeah. I
So like
mean,
just like metals, right? Metal will have a scrap, but you can convert that. You can maybe
yeah,
use it
yeah.
again.
Because what happens, this kind of reusable material at times are used in the lower grade product.
Hmm. Correct.
At that time, which cost to put assigned to the reusable scrap is a little
Yes.
tricky. It's a tricky matter.
Correct. It is like a byproduct. Byproduct when in chemical industry you have got byproduct, which
Yeah.
where there is no cost, but it may still have value.
Yeah. So
So
what we normally do is that we take the selling price.
okay.
Yeah. And
Okay.
that value is given as a standard cost in the system.
Okay.
And that is used for the valuation when that material is used.
See, what you are doing is you are actually increasing your cost, isn't it? Because selling price means then if you actually it has come from the same material,
Yeah, same material. Yeah.
same material, same process. So you should keep the cost zero or whatever. But I think keeping the selling price would mean that you are keeping a very high cost.
I'm
See,
selling price means what? If that scrap is sold, then
hmm.
the price that you will fetch out of that will be used.
Okay. That price you are taking.
Yeah.
Okay, I got it. So instead of you selling, you are using it. So you are taking
Yeah.
that opportunity cost.
Opportunity cost. That is how
Yes.
we
Okay.
value it.
Okay. Fine.
Yeah.
That is fine.
That is the best
Because
way to
see,
do.
you have to take some base.
Correct.
You have to take some base.
Yeah. Even for packing material also, we have a standard cost. We cannot feed every time the batch is made. These are the raw material, packing materials used. We just have
Right.
the one cost per kg or per unit of cell, and that is what we use for the valuation purpose. And load it to the product when it is
Correct.
coming out for the
Hmm.
purpose of selling. That is what we do.
Right. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Correct.
Good.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you very much.
Okay. Thanks all of you for
Thank you.
participation. See
Yeah.
you in the next webinar. Bye.
Tomorrow we'll see.
Yeah,
Thank you.
yeah.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you.
Bye.
Thank you, sir.
Yeah, thank you. Good night.
Thank you, sir.